God's chosen ones, 8 physical changes that show your spiritual awakening. Beloved chosen ones, as Isaiah 61 beautifully declares, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." Have you noticed a glow in your reflection, a vitality radiating from within that others can't help but see? These are no mere coincidences. They are sacred signs of your spiritual awakening, manifesting physically as you align more deeply with God's purpose. Today, on Spiritual Wisdom, we will explore 8 extraordinary physical changes that reveal your spiritual transformation. As you listen, consider how these truths resonate in your life and share your thoughts in the comments. If you've experienced this awakening, type 7 and 7 below and declare your alignment with your divine purpose. Let's step into this journey of growth and renewal together. One, brighter, more vibrant eyes. When you embark on a journey of spiritual awakening, one of the most striking physical changes is seen in your eyes. They begin to radiate with a brightness that is nothing short of captivating, reflecting the profound inner peace and clarity you are cultivating. This transformation is not merely cosmetic, but a profound shift that mirrors your spiritual growth and emotional purification. Your eyes become vibrant, their natural colors appearing more intense and radiant, as though they are illuminated by an inner light. The brilliance you see is a result of releasing emotional burdens, healing old wounds, and aligning with your higher self. As Scripture beautifully reminds us in Matthew, the eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. This powerful verse speaks directly to the connection between your spiritual health and the light that shines through your eyes, showing how deeply your inner state impacts your outer appearance. In the context of modern life, where we are often overwhelmed by distractions, stress, and superficial pursuits, this transformation is a testament to the power of prioritizing your spiritual well-being. Your eyes become a living reminder of what happens when you let go of negativity, embrace forgiveness, and open yourself to divine guidance. They tell a story of resilience, of choosing peace over chaos, and of a commitment to spiritual growth in a world that often prioritizes the material over the meaningful. Imagine walking into a room and having people notice not just your appearance, but the energy that emanates from your gaze. An energy that speaks of wisdom, compassion, and inner strength. This isn't just about physical beauty, but about embodying a deeper truth that touches the lives of those around you. To fully embrace and amplify this transformation, take time each day to nurture your spiritual connection. Practice mindfulness, meditate on your blessings, and seek moments of stillness where you can reflect on the divine light within you. This is not about striving for perfection, but about allowing the process of spiritual awakening to flow naturally, healing you from within. As your eyes become brighter, they serve as a beacon, inspiring others and reminding them of their own potential for spiritual growth. So let your journey be a testament to what is possible when you align your body, mind, and soul with the divine. You'll find that your eyes no longer just see the world, they illuminate it. And if you feel inspired by this message, type, "I trust the process," as a way to affirm your strength, patience, and commitment to growth. Let's grow together. 2. Experiencing detoxification and a radiant glow. As you embark on the journey of spiritual awakening, a fascinating transformation begins to unfold within your body. One of the most noticeable changes is how you start to experience a profound detoxification that not only cleanses your physical self, but also releases the weight of old stresses, past traumas, and emotional burdens. This inner renewal is reflected outwardly in a radiant glow that others can't help but notice. It's not just about clearer skin or a healthier appearance. This is a deep cleansing that resonates with your soul, symbolizing the light and clarity emerging within you. Imagine this. A friend of mine, Sarah, had been on a challenging path of self-discovery. She described feeling weighed down, not just emotionally but physically, with a constant sense of fatigue. When she embraced practices like prayer, mindfulness, and clean living as part of her spiritual journey, she began to notice profound changes. Her energy levels soared, her skin took on a luminous quality, and she radiated a calm confidence that drew people to her. Sarah's transformation was more than skin deep. It was the result of spiritual growth manifesting in her physical reality. This glow isn't just about appearance, it's an outward sign of the inner work being done. As your body sheds toxins and your soul sheds negativity, you step into alignment with your higher self, reflecting the purity of your journey. In Psalm it says, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me." These words encapsulate the cleansing process you experience during spiritual awakening, where your entire being is renewed and the light within you becomes undeniable to those around you. Have you noticed how people seem to gravitate toward individuals who exude positivity and peace? That's because this glow isn't just physical, it's spiritual energy in its most visible form. Think about it. What steps can you take today to release the toxins, both physical and emotional, that may be holding you back? This transformation teaches us a profound lesson. Spirituality is not just about what happens in your mind or heart. It's about the harmony of your entire being, body, mind, and spirit. By embracing the process, you're reminded that growth and cleansing go hand in hand. Detoxification doesn't only apply to what you eat or drink. It's about detoxifying your thoughts, your habits, and even the relationships that drain your light. This journey of spiritual growth reminds you that every step you take toward alignment with your higher purpose brings healing, not only to you, but also to those around you. So, as you move forward, let your glow serve as a beacon of inspiration to others. It's proof that when you invest in your spiritual journey, the rewards radiate far beyond yourself, reminding everyone who encounters you of the transformative power of faith, renewal, and growth. If this message speaks to you, take it a step further and share it with someone who might need this reminder. Together, we can build connections rooted in honesty and respect. 3. You start looking younger. Have you ever gazed into the mirror and wished for your face to reveal the joy, peace, and vitality that you feel deep within your soul? This transformation, often subtle yet profound, begins to unfold as you embrace your spiritual awakening and let go of the heavy burdens that once weighed you down. Stress, often called the silent thief of youth, starts to release its grip, and in its place, you find serenity radiating from within. Imagine waking up one morning and noticing something different. A face that looks lighter, an expression that feels softer, and fine lines that once marked years of sleepless nights and worry now fading away. This is not simply wishful thinking, but a reflection of the spiritual wisdom you are growing into, the kind that Proverbs beautifully describes. A glad heart makes a cheerful face. As you move forward in your spiritual journey, your body follows suit in extraordinary ways. The peace that fills your soul begins to cleanse your physical being, purging toxins that once lingered in your system. Your complexion starts to glow with a vibrancy that no skincare product can replicate, a glow born of inner healing and alignment with your divine purpose. Have you noticed the dark circles under your eyes growing fainter? As though your body recognizes that rest is no longer a luxury, but a natural state of being for someone walking in spiritual light. Your eyes, now brighter and more alive, become clear windows to the soul, radiating the depth of understanding, gratitude, and tranquility that define your spiritual wisdom. This transformation isn't just about appearance. It's a testament to the profound connection between your spiritual and physical self. When you release anxiety and fear, you unlock a powerful renewal that touches every cell of your being. Consider this. When your heart is at peace, your body listens. What if this newfound vibrancy and youthfulness are the natural outcome of living in harmony with your higher purpose? How often do we overlook the link between spiritual health and physical well-being, forgetting that they are deeply intertwined? In your journey as one of God's chosen ones, these changes are not mere coincidences, but signs that you are aligning with divine energy and embracing your divine calling. Ask yourself, what if the key to looking and feeling younger was not in external remedies, but in the spiritual wisdom you cultivate within? The beauty you now reflect is not just a skin deep, but an expression of a joyful, peaceful spirit that has been freed from the shackles of negativity. So how will you nurture this transformation? What steps will you take to continue to grow into the radiant person you have always been meant to be? Let your life be a testament to the power of spiritual awakening, showing the world that true beauty begins with the peace that exists within your heart. If you agree with this message, please comment below, "Peace in Heart." And let's continue exploring this wonderful journey of spiritual awakening together. 4. Heightened sensory perception. A heightened sensory perception is one of the most fascinating changes that occurs during a spiritual awakening. As you grow spiritually, it's as though someone turns up the volume on life itself. Colors you've seen 1,000 times before now seem to pulse with life, each shade bursting with meaning and energy. A sunrise, for instance, no longer feels like just another routine phenomenon, but becomes a vibrant reminder of divine artistry at play. Similarly, sounds that once blended into the background like birds chirping or the rustle of leaves begin to carry a melody that resonates deeply with your soul. Even the flavors of food seem to transcend the physical, as though every bite is infused with layers of meaning you hadn't noticed before. This sharpening of your senses isn't just a physical change, but an invitation to engage with the world on a deeper, more profound level. This heightened awareness mirrors the essence of your spiritual awakening. It's as if your soul is expanding to take in the fullness of existence. The shift allows you to see the divine hand in every corner of creation, from the smallest dewdrop to the vast expanse of the night sky. It's a call to be present, to slow down, and to absorb the beauty of life that so often goes unnoticed in the chaos of modern living. In a world dominated by screens and constant distractions, this gift of heightened sensory perception can serve as a powerful grounding force, reminding you to reconnect with the simplicity and wonder of the present moment. This transformation often brings a deeper appreciation for life's subtleties, making even mundane tasks feel extraordinary. Washing dishes might reveal the soothing warmth of water as it flows over your hands, while a walk through your neighborhood might leave you captivated by the interplay of light and shadow on a tree-lined street. These small yet profound moments are evidence of your growing connection with the spiritual energy that surrounds us all. However, this newfound sensitivity can also be overwhelming at times, as your soul is adjusting to its expanded awareness. It's important to nurture yourself during this period, finding balance between embracing these heightened perceptions and allowing your mind and body the space to process them. Practical steps like grounding techniques, meditation, or simply spending time in nature can help you harmonize your sensory experiences with your spiritual growth. Ultimately, this heightened sensory perception is a divine gift, an invitation to live fully and richly in the present. It's a reminder that life is not just something we move through passively, but a spiritual journey to be experienced deeply and intentionally. Embrace this change with gratitude, and let it inspire you to seek the extraordinary in the ordinary. As you navigate this transformation, know that these shifts are a reflection of your spiritual awakening, drawing you closer to your divine purpose and to a life imbued with greater meaning. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. What is your perspective on the importance of this value? Share your insights, and let's continue this conversation. 5. Improved posture. Improved posture is one of the most visible signs that your spiritual growth is transforming not just your soul, but also your physical self. As you align with the higher vibrations of spirituality, your body naturally responds by shedding the invisible weight of stress and tension that often manifests in a slouched or defensive posture. Picture this. You've had a long day filled with challenges. Yet as you reflect on your journey, focusing on your inner peace and resilience, your body begins to mirror this internal balance. Your shoulders pull back, your spine elongates, and you stand taller, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. It's as if the burdens of the past no longer weigh you down, allowing you to present yourself to the world with a renewed sense of confidence and strength. This shift is not just about aesthetics. It's a testament to the harmony you've cultivated within. Think about how many times you've seen someone walk into a room and command attention not with words, but with the way they carry themselves. This transformation isn't about arrogance. It's about embodying the serenity and self-assuredness that comes from deep spiritual growth. Let's consider a modern-day example. A young professional, once overwhelmed by self-doubt and the constant pressure to prove themselves, begins practicing mindfulness and embracing their spiritual journey. Over time, their posture changes. They no longer hunch over their desk in worry or look down in self-consciousness. Instead, they walk into meetings with a calm, upright stance that radiates presence and purpose. This physical change becomes a reflection of their internal growth, signaling to others and themselves that they are in tune with their higher self. Ask yourself, how is your body responding to your spiritual journey? Does your posture reflect the inner peace you are striving for, or is it still weighed down by unresolved tension? Your body and spirit are deeply connected, and by consciously working on one, you naturally enhance the other. The key here is not perfection, but progress. When you begin to notice the shift in how you hold yourself, let it serve as a reminder of the spiritual harmony you are achieving. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory worth celebrating. The lesson here is clear. Your spiritual awakening is not just about what happens within, it's about how your inner transformation influences the way you show up in the world. Stand tall, not just to appear confident, but to honor the spiritual journey you are on. As you move forward, remember that your posture is more than just a physical alignment. It is a powerful testament to the strength, peace, and growth that spirituality has brought into your life. Let it inspire you to keep evolving, and let it remind others that true confidence comes from within. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and share it with others. 6. Displaying calm facial expressions. When you embark on a spiritual journey, it doesn't just transform your soul, it leaves visible traces on your physical being, particularly on your face. One remarkable sign of spiritual awakening is the calmness that begins to radiate from your facial expressions. Your face becomes a mirror, reflecting the profound serenity that now resides within you. Think about it. Those furrowed brows that once spoke of worry and tension, or the tightness that lined your jaw during moments of stress, gradually give way to softness and ease. The storms that once raged in your heart have been stilled, and your face now tells the story of this inner transformation. This is more than just relaxation. It's a divine calm, a peace that Philippians beautifully describes as the peace of God, which transcends all understanding. Have you noticed this in yourself or someone you know? How does it feel to carry peace that is so profound, it seems almost otherworldly? This shift in your expression doesn't just impact you, it impacts those around you. People notice your calm. It's magnetic, almost as if your presence alone creates a sanctuary of peace. Imagine someone walking into a room, their face lit with unshakable tranquility, their demeanor an unspoken assurance that everything will be okay. That's you. Friends, family, and even strangers are drawn to this quiet strength. They see you navigating life's twists and turns with a grace that defies the chaos of the world. Have you ever wondered why some people just seem to have a natural way of making others feel at ease? Spiritual wisdom is the key, and it's etched on your face like a signature of divine favor. This calm is not about being unaffected by life's challenges. It's about how you respond to them. When the waves of life crash, you don't flinch. You float. Your serene expression reflects not only an absence of worry, but also a profound trust in something greater than yourself. And isn't trust one of the hardest things to cultivate? As you grow spiritually, you learn to release control and lean into faith. Peace begins with a smile, said Mother Teresa, and how true that is. Your face becomes a testament to the spiritual wisdom you've gained, wisdom that radiates not just in words, but in the way you carry yourself. What does your face say about the journey you're on? Think of your calm expression as a ripple effect that doesn't stop with you. Your serenity inspires others to seek their own inner peace. It's a powerful reminder that spiritual awakening isn't just about personal growth. It's about creating an atmosphere where others feel safe to grow too. This visible transformation on your face is a daily reminder of the peace you've worked so hard to cultivate. It shows that no matter how turbulent life may get, there is always a place of stillness within you. So, take a moment and reflect. What story is your face telling the world right now? If someone were to look at you, would they see worry or wisdom, fear or faith? Let your face be a beacon of hope, a living testament to the transformative power of spiritual wisdom. Share your story, or simply type, "I am growing," if you're committed to using every moment to improve yourself. Let's keep this conversation going. I can't wait to hear your insights. 7. Weight fluctuations. Weight fluctuations during a spiritual awakening are not just random occurrences. They are reflections of a deeper process at play, a recalibration of the body as it aligns with the transformative energy coursing through you. As you release old beliefs, emotional wounds, and energy patterns that no longer serve you, your body mirrors this by shedding or gaining weight. For some, this might look like sudden, unintentional weight loss, symbolizing the lightening of your spirit as you let go of burdens from the past. For others, it could mean a temporary weight gain, which often indicates grounding as your body adjusts to integrating new frequencies. These changes are not about appearance, but about the inner balance your body is striving to achieve. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to attribute weight changes to stress, diet, or lack of exercise. While these factors do play a role, a spiritual perspective reveals a deeper truth. Your body and soul are interconnected, each influencing the other. When you embark on a spiritual awakening, your entire being, including your physical body, begins to align with your higher purpose. This alignment often involves shedding dense, stagnant energies and replacing them with a higher vibration, which the body interprets as a need to recalibrate. Just as a caterpillar must transform into a butterfly, your body undergoes a metamorphosis, preparing you to carry the lighter, brighter energy of your awakened state. Understanding this process can be empowering. Instead of resisting these changes or criticizing yourself for them, embrace the journey with gratitude and curiosity. Pay attention to what your body is asking for during this time. Are you craving more water, certain types of foods, or extra rest? These signals are your body's way of communicating its needs as it adjusts to your spiritual evolution. Engage in practices that support this recalibration, such as gentle movement, meditation, or grounding exercises, which help stabilize your energy and ease the transition. Moreover, let these fluctuations serve as a metaphor for life itself, full of ups and downs, releases and gains, all working together to create balance and harmony. By choosing to see these changes as a reflection of your spiritual awakening, you can shift from frustration to awe, marveling at how intricately your body supports your transformation. As you navigate this process, remember that it's not about perfection, but about alignment of body, mind, and soul, working together in a sacred dance toward your higher self. In modern life, where the physical often overshadows the spiritual, it's crucial to cultivate patience and self-compassion. Avoid comparing yourself to others or succumbing to societal pressures about body image. Instead, honor your unique path, trusting that every fluctuation, every change is evidence of growth and renewal. Weight shifts are not a sign of failure. They're a sign that you are evolving into the person you were always meant to be. Let this knowledge inspire you to approach your awakening journey with an open heart, a curious mind, and a deep respect for the profound connection between your body and spirit. Embrace the changes, for they are proof that you are truly awakening to your divine purpose. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and share it with others who might need these great values. Let's continue this conversation and go deeper into what these values really mean. 8. Stronger hair and nails. Have you noticed your hair looking more vibrant lately, or your nails feeling sturdier than ever before? These physical changes might seem minor, but they can carry a profound message about your spiritual growth. When you're on a journey of spiritual awakening, your body often mirrors the harmony and vitality you've cultivated within. Hair that once felt brittle and lifeless may now appear thicker, shinier, and full of resilience. This transformation isn't just about appearance. It's a reflection of the strength you're building in your soul. Similarly, your nails, which may have been prone to breaking or looking dull, now grow smoother, healthier, and stronger. These changes are more than skin deep. They're symbols of the inner stability and balance you've developed as you've aligned your actions, thoughts, and beliefs with higher truths. Think about it. When we nourish our spirit with positivity, gratitude, and mindfulness, it creates a ripple effect that reaches every aspect of our being, even down to our hair and nails. To put it into perspective, consider Emma, a woman who once struggled with self-esteem and constant stress from her high-pressure job. Her health reflected her inner turmoil, with her hair falling out in clumps and her nails breaking at the slightest touch. But when Emma began a journey of spiritual discovery, meditating daily, practicing gratitude, and letting go of toxic relationships, her inner peace started showing on the outside. Her hair regained its thickness and luster, her nails became strong, and she felt more grounded than ever. This wasn't just a coincidence. It was the result of her body responding to the harmony she was creating within. Have you ever paused to think about how your physical health might be reflecting your inner spiritual state? If you're noticing positive changes, it could be a sign that you're stepping into alignment with your true self. The lesson here is simple yet powerful. Our bodies and souls are interconnected in ways we often overlook. When you nurture your spirit through prayer, meditation, self-love, or acts of kindness, it creates a cascade of benefits that touch every part of you, including your physical appearance. So, if you're seeing stronger nails or shinier hair, take it as a gentle reminder of the growth and strength you're cultivating within. Let these changes inspire you to continue your journey, embracing each step with gratitude and faith. After all, your spiritual awakening isn't just about what happens inside. It's about how your inner transformation shines through, influencing every aspect of your life. How will you nurture your spirit today and let your growth radiate outward? Remember, the small changes you see are often the biggest indicators of the incredible evolution happening within. As God's chosen ones, these physical transformations are more than mere changes. They are divine indicators of the incredible spiritual awakening you are experiencing. Each shift symbolizes the healing of past traumas, the welcoming of inner peace, and the revitalizing flow of divine energy within you. Have you noticed these changes in your life? Share your story or comment with 777 to affirm your connection to this sacred path. Let's continue to uplift and inspire each other on this extraordinary journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Spiritual Wisdom for more insights to guide your awakening. Chosen ones, your story will make you famous. What was done to you is a sickness beyond belief. Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars. These powerful words by Khalil Gibran perfectly capture the essence of today's journey. Chosen ones, what if every painful experience, every betrayal, and every act of cruelty you've faced was not just misfortune, but a deliberate challenge meant to shape you into someone extraordinary? What if your story, the story they tried to erase, was destined to inspire, to heal, and to transform lives? Share your thoughts in the comments. What's the one moment in your life that tested you the most, but also gave you strength? Your voice matters, and your story might just ignite someone else's journey. Let's awaken together, here on Spiritual Wisdom. 1. A sickness rooted in envy. Envy is a spiritual sickness, a silent, insidious force that often masquerades as kindness or harmless chatter, but carries the power to corrode relationships and distort reality. Those who betrayed you, manipulated you, and worked tirelessly to undermine your path weren't acting at random. They were driven by the toxic undercurrent of envy. It's not just about wanting what someone else has. It's about despising the fact that you even possess it. Your strength, your light, your ability to overcome adversity. They saw it all, and instead of being inspired, it magnified their own insecurities. To them, your presence was a mirror reflecting their unfulfilled potential, and their only way to cope was to shatter that mirror, hoping to extinguish what they couldn't replicate. But envy is rarely loud or obvious. It cloaks itself in criticism, disguised as concern. It whispers sabotage in the language of helpful advice, convincing you to play small. You might have heard them say you're dreaming too big, chasing illusions, or destined to fail. They didn't say this because it was true. They said it because your audacity to dream highlighted the limitations they had placed on their own lives. They needed you to question yourself, to shrink, because your success made them feel smaller in comparison. Their cruelty, though veiled, was deeply personal, not just aimed at your achievements, but at the very essence of who you are. Your light was a threat to the comfort of their shadows, and in their desperation, they sought to dim it. Yet the irony of envy lies in its self-destruction. It poisons the person who carries it far more than the one it targets. While they were consumed by their attempts to undermine you, they failed to see the spiritual truth. You were never their competition. You were a living testament to what's possible, a proof that rising above limitations is achievable. Instead of learning or finding inspiration, they chose bitterness, and in doing so, they imprisoned themselves in a cycle of unfulfilled potential and regret. You might have felt the weight of their actions deeply, even doubted your own gifts at times. Perhaps you tried to blend in, dulling your radiance to make them feel less threatened. But the beauty of spiritual awakening is that it reconnects you with your truth. You were never meant to fit into their mold. What they couldn't handle about you was the very thing you were born to share with the world. Their envy was a symptom of their own wounds, but it has nothing to do with your worth. In modern life, jealousy often works in the shadows at work, in families, and even among friends. The advice here is simple. Don't let their illness define your path. Remember that your light is not meant to be hidden. It is meant to shine brighter, even in the face of resistance. Instead of internalizing their criticism, see their actions as what they really are, a reflection of their own struggles, not your shortcomings. Keep rising, keep embracing your gifts, and never let someone else's darkness determine how bright you shine. Comment below. I choose to rise because what happened to you may be unimaginable, but your story of resilience, spiritual growth, and awakening will make you unforgettable. 2. The dehumanization. You endured. What you went through wasn't just cruelty. It was a calculated attempt to break the essence of who you are. It wasn't limited to physical harm or emotional manipulation. It was an attack on your spirit, a deeply insidious effort to strip away your humanity and make you feel unworthy of love, respect, and even existence itself. Their goal wasn't just to cause pain. It was to erase your identity, to reduce you to a mere shell, devoid of confidence, dignity, and hope. This is why what was done to you is a sickness beyond belief. True cruelty doesn't stop at causing suffering. It seeks to obliterate the soul. They targeted more than your happiness. They came after your very sense of self. They wanted to plant doubt in your mind, to make you question your worth and believe that your existence was insignificant. Their methods were subtle at times, blatantly cruel at others, but always aimed at diminishing you. They ignored your pain, invalidated your voice, and treated you as though your life and experiences didn't matter. This wasn't just mistreatment, it was an attempt to rewrite your narrative, to turn your story into one of invisibility and powerlessness. Think about it. How often did you start to see yourself through their distorted lens? Did you begin to believe the lies they tried to weave about you, that you were small, powerless, and undeserving of joy? That's the poison of dehumanization. It seeps into your thoughts, creating cracks in your confidence and disconnecting you from your true worth. But here's the part they never saw coming. Their attempt to erase you wasn't the end of your story. It was the beginning of your spiritual awakening. You see, the human spirit is far more resilient than they could ever comprehend. Yes, they may have robbed you of peace, comfort, and even hope for a time. But they could never touch the core of who you are. No amount of cruelty can destroy the essence of your being, the divine spark within you that refuses to be extinguished. That spark is your spirituality, your connection to something greater, your ability to rise again and reclaim your life. Take a moment to reflect on your journey. Haven't you already proved them wrong by surviving, by refusing to disappear? Each step you take toward rebuilding yourself is a defiance of their intentions. Every act of self-love, every moment of healing, is a declaration that you are not defined by what they tried to do to you. Their sickness doesn't define you, your strength does. Let me tell you a story of resilience. A young artist once faced relentless ridicule and rejection. Her work was dismissed, her passion mocked, and her identity as an artist attacked. She began to believe their words, until one day, in her darkest moment, she picked up her brush and painted not for them, but for herself. That act of creation was her rebellion, her way of reclaiming her worth. Today, her art inspires millions, but more importantly, it reminds her daily that her story was never theirs to write. Now, ask yourself, how will you reclaim your story? What steps can you take today to reconnect with your worth and reignite your spiritual growth? Remember, rising from the darkness isn't about rushing. It's about taking one small, intentional step at a time. Healing may take time, but each moment you choose yourself, you move closer to the light. Here's the lesson. You are not what happened to you. You are how you rise. Their cruelty may have tried to dim your light, but your spirit is untouchable, your story powerful, and your worth undeniable. Your resilience is a testament to the truth that even the worst attempts to destroy someone can fail spectacularly. Let this moment be the beginning of your journey back to yourself stronger, wiser, and more connected to your divine purpose than ever before. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and share it with others who might need these great values. Let's continue this conversation and go deeper into what these values really mean. 3. The gaslighting of your greatness. The very essence of your greatness has been under attack since the moment you began to shine. Those who should uplift your family, friends, teachers, have instead often been the first to cast shadows over your light. With phrases like, "stay humble," or "be realistic," they aim to shrink your dreams, not because they care about your well-being, but because your potential terrifies them. Why? Because greatness, true greatness, is unsettling. It challenges the ordinary, disrupts the status quo, and reminds those around you of the heights they may never dare to reach. Have you ever wondered why society rewards conformity while condemning individuality? It's because the world fears what it cannot control. When you begin to show even a glimmer of your true power, whether through your creative ideas, unshakable resilience, or innate talent, the world rushes to gaslight you into doubting yourself. It labels you arrogant, difficult, or delusional, all to keep you tethered to mediocrity. As the poet Marianne Williamson once said, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure." Your power is a mirror, and it forces others to confront their own limitations. But the real tragedy is not what they say, it's what you start to believe. Over time, the whispers of doubt become a roar. You find yourself questioning the very qualities that set you apart. You tell yourself, "Maybe I'm not that special," even as the fire inside you burns brighter. Have you ever felt that conflict, the nagging doubt clashing with an unshakable inner knowing? That's your spiritual wisdom speaking, reminding you of the truth they've tried to bury. Your greatness hasn't disappeared. It's simply been buried under layers of fear, insecurity, and external judgment. But here's the truth. The world doesn't gaslight mediocrity. No one tears down what isn't a threat. They wouldn't work so hard to make you doubt yourself if your potential weren't profoundly real. Every effort to undermine you is proof of how powerful you truly are. Consider this. What would happen if you fully embraced that power? What if, instead of questioning your abilities, you stood firm in them? What if you used their doubt as fuel for your fire? Think about it. What could you achieve if you refused to let their fears dictate your future? As Oprah Winfrey famously said, "You don't become what you want, you become what you believe." And what you need to believe is that your greatness isn't a flaw, it's a gift. Your spiritual wisdom, your unique essence, is the key to unlocking a life that others can only dream of. Are you ready to stop shrinking and start expanding? Are you ready to reclaim the truth of who you are? Because the moment you decide to rise, you become unstoppable. They'll no longer be able to gaslight you because your light will outshine their shadows. And as you rise, you'll inspire others to do the same. That's the ultimate fear of those who try to keep you small. They know your story, your journey, and your triumph will make you legendary. Will you let them win, or will you step into the greatness you were born to claim? 4. The invisible warfare. The most devastating battles aren't the ones fought with swords or fists, they are the ones waged against the unseen. What happened to you wasn't just cruelty or betrayal. It was an invisible war, carefully orchestrated to break your spirit and shake the very foundation of your identity. This wasn't about physical wounds or bruises. It was a methodical assault on your inner world, your mind, your heart, and your sense of self. The weapons were words that lingered like shadows, betrayals that cut deeper than any blade, and manipulations that chipped away at your belief in yourself. Yet, Because there were no visible scars, the world didn't understand. They couldn't grasp the enormity of the pain you carried. People would look at you and see someone strong, someone who carried on, smiled, and faced the day. But inside, it was a different story. A quiet unraveling, a sense of being hollowed out by forces no one else could name. The emotional and spiritual toll of such invisible warfare is profound, often leaving you trapped in a loop of self-doubt, overthinking, and misplaced blame. You may have asked yourself why you couldn't just move on, why the shadows seemed to follow you no matter how hard you tried to shake them off. The truth is, the very design of this warfare was to leave you feeling powerless, isolated, and unable to see the light beyond the struggle. But let's talk about the deeper sickness behind this. This was never just about causing pain, it was about control. The goal wasn't to destroy you outright, but to make you believe you were small, incapable, and stuck in a world of limitations. Every cruel word, every calculated action was aimed at convincing you that you were less than what you are. This, my friend, is spiritual warfare in its most sinister form. And yet, in the face of it all, here you are, still standing, still breathing, still seeking something greater. That alone is proof they never truly won. Your survival, your refusal to give up, speaks to a resilience they never anticipated. It's the light of a spiritual awakening, the kind of transformation that turns your wounds into wisdom and your pain into purpose. In today's world, it's easy to dismiss battles like these because they don't come with visible proof. But as someone who has faced this unseen war, you understand its reality and its toll. You also understand that healing doesn't come from pretending the pain didn't happen. It comes from acknowledging it, reclaiming your power, and transforming the narrative. Your story has the power to be your greatest weapon, not just for yourself, but for others who are still in the trenches of their invisible wars. Share it, not out of anger, but as a testament to your strength and as a beacon of hope. Remember this: the fact that you've endured means you've been chosen for something greater. In every crack left by the pain, light has a chance to enter. Lean into that light, nurture your spirit, and embrace the awakening that turns your survival into triumph. What was done to you was a sickness beyond belief, but your resilience is the antidote. Your story is more than a testament to what you've endured. It's a roadmap for others to follow, a spiritual call to rise above, and proof that even in the darkest battles, the chosen ones are destined to win. And if you feel inspired by this message, type "I trust the process" as a way to affirm your strength, patience, and commitment to growth. Let's grow together. Five, the loneliness of seeing the truth. The path of a chosen one often comes with the heavy burden of seeing the truth, a gift as illuminating as it is isolating. Through every trial, your perspective sharpens, unveiling the hidden layers of life that most people cannot or will not confront. The deeper your wounds, the greater your clarity becomes. You've seen how fear masquerades as authority, how manipulation hides behind smiles, and how selfishness often parades as altruism. This insight is not something you sought. It is a byproduct of surviving what most cannot imagine. And while this clarity is your superpower, it can also feel like a curse, isolating you from those who live comfortably wrapped in illusions. People often cling to their carefully constructed worlds, avoiding the pain of truth because it demands change, vulnerability, and courage. This resistance leaves you standing alone, unable to share your revelations without being misunderstood or dismissed. You might be called cynical or paranoid, but that's because many are unprepared to see what you cannot unsee. They fear the weight of truth while you bear it every day. Yet, in this loneliness, you find an unshakable purpose. Your ability to discern the sickness beneath the surface, whether it's the dishonesty in personal relationships or the corruption embedded in societal systems, sets you apart as a guiding light. Consider a modern story. A young activist, deeply aware of environmental degradation, tries to rally their community to take action. They see the effects of greed and negligence everywhere, from polluted rivers to barren forests. But their calls for change are met with apathy and resistance because the truth disrupts people's comfortable routines. Yet, this person doesn't stop. Instead, they start small planting trees, educating a handful of open minds and leading by example. Over time, the once isolated truth-teller inspires a movement, showing others that acknowledging the truth doesn't weaken you, it empowers you. Your story is similar. The clarity you've gained through your trials is not just a burden, it's a beacon. Yes, it sets you apart, but it also prepares you to lead others, even if they resist at first. You might not have chosen this role, but it chose you for a reason. Ask yourself, what lies have you uncovered that others are too afraid to face? How can your truth, even in its loneliness, be a force for transformation? Remember, your spiritual growth is not about fitting in, but about rising above the fog to illuminate the path for others. While the road can be isolating, it is also a testament to your strength. Embrace your role as someone who sees clearly in a world that often prefers blindness. The truth, no matter how heavy, is a gift, and by carrying it with grace, you bring light to the darkest corners of spirituality and life itself. Never forget, what isolates you now will one day connect you with those ready to awaken. Keep walking your path. The world desperately needs the clarity you bring. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. What is your perspective on the importance of this value? Share your insights, and let's continue this conversation. Six, the paradox of being a chosen one. Being a chosen one is one of life's most profound paradoxes, a role that appears golden and full of promise, but often feels like a burden too heavy to bear. People may admire the brilliance of your journey, the strength in your resilience, or the triumph of your success. But they don't see the shadows that shaped you, the trials that broke you, or the moments you questioned your very existence. As a chosen one, your life is not a straight path to greatness. It's a relentless storm designed to shape your spirit, sharpen your wisdom, and prepare you for a destiny far beyond what others can imagine. Consider this. Have you ever wondered why your challenges seem more personal, more deliberate, and more painful than those faced by others? It's as though the universe has singled you out, subjecting you to trials that feel almost surgical in their precision. Betrayals, heartbreak, and isolation aren't random. They are the tools used to forge the spiritual wisdom you carry. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy." Could it be that the storms in your life are not meant to destroy you, but to prepare you for a purpose so immense that it defies comprehension? Yet the journey of a chosen one is inherently isolating. Even those who love you struggle to understand why you experience the things you do. They might label you as unlucky, erratic, or even cursed, unable to see the divine blueprint etched into your trials. The nights you cry out in despair, the moments you feel invisible, the times you question why you were chosen at all. These are not signs of weakness. They are markers of a soul undergoing profound transformation. What if the betrayals you've endured were meant to teach you discernment? What if the loneliness you feel is actually an invitation to connect with the divine within yourself? And here lies the cruelest irony. Everything you're enduring is leading to something extraordinary. The challenges, as unbearable as they may feel, are the seeds of a future so radiant it will leave others in awe. But to get there, you must survive. You must dig deeper than you ever thought possible, finding strength in your darkest moments and trusting that there's a greater plan at work. As the great philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche said, "That which does not kill us makes us stronger." Have you noticed how your trials have given you an inner strength that others admire but cannot fathom? Do you realize that your story, as painful as it is, holds the power to inspire, heal, and elevate others? The truth is, being chosen isn't about being the strongest or the most perfect. It's about enduring when everything around you is designed to break you. It's about rising over and over again, even when the weight of your challenges feels unbearable. This isn't an easy journey. It's a journey of transformation. So ask yourself, are you willing to trust the process, to believe that your story has a purpose beyond what you can see right now? Because the world is waiting for the light you were born to bring, and the only thing standing between you and that destiny is your will to keep moving forward. In the words of Maya Angelou, you may encounter many failures, but you must not be defeated. Your story isn't over, it's just beginning. Comment below, "I am chosen," and let's take this journey together. 7. The universe's test of worthiness. Life, with all its chaos and crushing blows, is not the random chaos it sometimes appears to be. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, places chosen ones under a magnifying lens of trials, not as a punishment, but as preparation. Like a master craftsman hammering raw metal into a blade of unyielding strength, the universe uses hardship to shape its strongest warriors. This isn't some poetic notion of triumph through suffering. It's the raw, visceral truth of spiritual awakening. The trials are brutal, designed to strip away every false comfort, every superficial layer, until only the core of who you are remains. When the noise of the world fades and the illusions fall away, you're left face to face with yourself. Who are you in the silence? What do you believe in when there's nothing left to hold on to? These questions are not just existential musings, they're the essence of the spiritual test. The universe tests worthiness in ways that feel cruel, because extraordinary roles demand extraordinary strength. You may not have asked for this, and most certainly, you didn't sign up to endure heartbreak, betrayal, or unimaginable loss. Yet, for reasons that often only become clear with time, you were chosen. The universe saw a light within you, resilience, a potential, an ability to endure what would shatter others. But this selection isn't ceremonial. It's a grueling initiation. The suffering you faced is like a furnace, burning away the doubts, the fears, and the mediocrity until what remains is pure, unshakable, and undeniable power. Some falter under the weight of these tests, succumbing to the pain and losing sight of the bigger picture. The path of the chosen one is not for the faint-hearted. It demands faith in the unseen and trust in a process that often feels merciless. But if you're here, reading these words, still fighting, still standing, then you're proof of a universal truth. You are meant for more. This suffering isn't the end of your story. It's the prelude to something far greater. Modern life, with its distractions and quick fixes, can often obscure this truth, making the pain feel meaningless. But look closer. The spiritual awakening happening within you is a calling to rise, to align with the purpose the universe has meticulously prepared you for. When the time comes, and it will, you'll step into an extraordinary role with clarity and strength you never knew you possessed. The fire you've endured will no longer feel like a punishment but a gift that forged your unbreakable spirit. So keep going, keep standing tall, and know this: the universe didn't make a mistake when it chose you. The world will one day understand your journey, But by then, you'll no longer need their validation. Your story will speak for itself as a testament to the truth that even the darkest trials are fuel for the brightest lights. If this message speaks to you, take it a step further and share it with someone who might need this reminder. Together, we can build connections rooted in honesty and respect. Innate resilience that baffles the abusers. There's something extraordinary about your resilience, an inner strength so profound that it defies all logic and expectations, especially for those who sought to destroy you. They used manipulation, cruelty, and isolation as their weapons, throwing everything they had in the hopes of watching you crumble. Maybe for a moment, it seemed like they succeeded. You may have doubted yourself, questioned your worth, and even hit rock bottom. But here's the remarkable thing. You didn't stay down. Against all odds, you rose again stronger, wiser, and more unshakable than ever before. And that is what leaves them bewildered, shaken to their core. You see, their actions were not born from strength, but from fear and weakness. People who seek to harm others often do so because they're consumed by their own insecurities. They project those feelings onto you, believing that by breaking your spirit, they could somehow mask their own fragility. Yet your resilience exposed their lie. By refusing to stay broken, you became a living testament to a kind of strength they could never possess. A strength born not of power over others, but of spiritual growth and unwavering faith in yourself. Your ability to rise shines a light on their inner darkness, forcing them to confront the uncomfortable truth of their own inadequacies. Think of a seed buried deep in the soil. It is pressed down, covered in darkness, and seemingly forgotten. But instead of remaining hidden, it uses the pressure and the obscurity to grow. It pushes through the dirt, stretches toward the light, and blossoms into something magnificent. That's what you've done. Your trials became the soil in which your strength took root, and now you're thriving in ways they never imagined. Your journey is a reminder that no amount of cruelty can extinguish the spirit of someone determined to grow. Imagine this. A young professional is ostracized at their workplace, made a target of unfair treatment and gossip. At first, they felt defeated and isolated, questioning their skills and whether they even belonged. But instead of letting the negativity define them, they used the experience to refine their talents and build resilience. Eventually, they left that toxic environment and found a position where their skills were celebrated. Their success became undeniable proof that their value was never tied to the opinions of those who sought to tear them down. This story resonates with the universal truth of spirituality, that growth often comes through hardship, and rising above challenges is the ultimate act of self-empowerment. Now let me ask you this. What is the story you are writing with your resilience? How have the trials in your life shaped you into the person you are becoming? It's worth reflecting on, because every challenge you overcome isn't just a testament to your strength, it's a lesson, a stepping stone toward your highest self. Your ability to keep rising sends a powerful message. The power others thought they had over you was an illusion all along. The lesson here is clear. Your resilience is your greatest weapon, and it comes from a place they'll never understand, a deep well of spiritual strength and growth. Their attempts to break you were never about you. They were about their fear of their own inadequacy. But you've shown that even the darkest trials can lead to the brightest transformations. Never forget that your ability to rise again and again is not just a testament to your character. It's a beacon of hope for others navigating their storms. Let your story inspire and empower, reminding the world that resilience isn't just surviving, it's thriving in the face of adversity. Share your story or simply type, "I am growing," if you're committed to using every moment to improve yourself. Let's keep this conversation going. I can't wait to hear your insights. 9. The burden of extraordinary strength. The strength you carry, the kind that the world so often admires, is a weight far heavier than most can imagine. People see you as unshakable, a beacon of resilience who seems to overcome every obstacle with grace. But behind that perception lies a truth they rarely stop to consider. Your strength was not handed to you as a gift. It was forged in the fires of hardship and pain. Each ounce of it came at an unimaginable cost, one that only you truly understand. The story of your journey is not one of ease, but of endurance, and in that lies a spiritual wisdom that few can fathom. You never asked for this burden, and you didn't volunteer to be the one who had to endure heartbreaks, betrayals, or relentless challenges. This path chose you, and with it came scars that may never fully fade. Yet, those scars tell the story of a warrior, a story written not in moments of glory, but in the quiet resilience of someone who refused to break. As Maya Angelou once said, "I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it." Does that resonate with you? How often have you been shaped by the trials you've faced, yet found a way to rise above them? True strength, though romanticized by many, is not the glossy picture of triumph that the world often paints. It is built brick by brick through suffering, through moments when you thought you couldn't go on, but did anyway. Every time you rose from the ashes, it was because you were first burned. Every fight you survived left you not with trophies, but with marked evidence of battles fought and lessons learned. Have you ever paused to reflect on the depth of your scars and the strength they represent? These are not just reminders of survival, but of transformation. They are a testament to your ability to carry what others could not. There's an unspoken expectation placed on those like you. People assume you don't break, that you don't feel the same pain or need the same help as others. They see the outcome of your resilience, but remain blind to the exhaustion it takes to sustain it. They don't see the nights you spent questioning your worth, or the moments of quiet despair when giving up felt like the only option. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will, as Mahatma Gandhi so aptly said. How often have you drawn on that inner will, even when the world seemed intent on breaking you? Your strength is not just about survival, it's a reflection of battles others were never asked to fight. It's the result of walking a path that demanded everything from you, even when you had nothing left to give. This journey is not one you chose, but you walk it nonetheless, carrying a burden that many will never understand. And in doing so, you illuminate a profound spiritual wisdom. That strength is not about being unbreakable. It's about knowing how to rebuild yourself, time and time again. If this message speaks to you, take it a step further and share it with someone who might need this reminder. Together, we can build connections rooted in honesty and respect. Ten. The chosen are mirrors. Being chosen isn't merely about being different. It's about embodying a deeper spiritual awakening that transforms you into a living mirror for those around you. Your energy doesn't just flow unnoticed. It highlights the hidden corners of people's souls, exposing their strengths and weaknesses, often without a single word. This reflection isn't something you deliberately project. It's an inherent part of your spiritual essence. And yet your presence can feel like a confrontation to many, as it shines a light on their untapped potential, unspoken fears, and the lies they tell themselves to remain comfortable. Your drive becomes a stark reminder of their complacency. Your courage underscores their reluctance, and your resilience serves as a silent witness to their unfulfilled promises. For those not ready to face such revelations, you become an easy target for blame. They project their insecurities and frustrations onto you, crafting a narrative where you are the problem because admitting otherwise would force them to confront the unhealed parts of their spirit. This spiritual role, however, is both a gift and a burden. While it empowers you to ignite change and awaken transformation in others, it often isolates you. People may resent you not for who you are, but for the truths they see when they're around you. They see the life they could be living, the bravery they could exhibit, and the dreams they've let slip away. For some, this reflection is a spark for growth. For others, it's a pain they'd rather bury by lashing out at the source you. This hostility isn't truly about you. It's a defense mechanism against the spiritual awakening you unknowingly trigger in their lives. In modern life, this dynamic becomes more pronounced. Social media, workspaces, and even close relationships amplify the mirrors we present to others. As a chosen one, you might notice how your authenticity creates discomfort in spaces where pretense and facades are the norm. You may face jealousy or resentment, even from those you care about, simply because your light makes it harder for them to ignore their shadows. But here's where your strength lies. You're not here to dim your light for anyone's comfort. You're here to show the world what's possible when one aligns with their spiritual truth. And that means embracing the discomfort you may cause in others, not out of malice, but because growth is rarely comfortable. This path isn't easy, and the loneliness it brings can feel unbearable at times. Yet, remember this: your role as a mirror is vital. For every person who avoids your light, there is another who will see their reflection and choose to heal, to grow, and to rise. Your presence becomes the catalyst for transformation, awakening those who are ready to face their truths and step into their power. The world needs your light, even if it's blinding to some. So carry this responsibility with grace and resilience. Know that your spiritual awakening is not just about you, it's about inspiring others to awaken to their fullest potential. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. What is your perspective on the importance of this value? Share your insights, and let's continue this conversation. 11. The power of radical forgiveness. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful acts you can choose, especially when the wounds you carry seem unimaginable to others. It's not about absolving those who have wronged you or pretending that the pain they caused doesn't matter. No, forgiveness is about reclaiming your peace, the very thing they sought to shatter. True forgiveness is a deeply spiritual act, one that signifies not just release from the past, but a commitment to your spiritual growth and future. It's an act of radical self-liberation, one that says, "You no longer have the power to control my emotions or my life." When you forgive, it's not about excusing their behavior. It's about severing the chains that tie you to the hurt, the anger, and the resentment they caused. Think of how bitterness can consume a person. Holding on to anger or hatred is like carrying a heavy stone everywhere you go. It weighs you down, depletes your energy, and prevents you from stepping into the fullness of your life. But forgiveness is the act of putting that stone down. It doesn't mean you forget the harm or ignore the pain. Instead, it means you confront what happened, process it, and then decide that it will no longer dictate your future. By forgiving, you reclaim your energy, your power, and your ability to rise above what was meant to break you. Consider the story of a young artist who was betrayed by their closest friend, someone they trusted deeply. This betrayal left scars not just emotionally, but also spiritually. For years they carried resentment, and their creativity suffered. They felt stuck, unable to move forward. Then, one day, in a moment of clarity, they chose to forgive not for their friend's sake, but for their own freedom. Almost immediately, their inspiration returned. They poured their pain into their art, creating something beautiful out of the ashes of their suffering. That act of forgiveness didn't erase the betrayal, but it transformed it. The artist took back control of their story, proving that the greatest revenge is living fully and authentically, despite what others have done. Now, think about your own life. What would happen if you chose to forgive, not to let someone off the hook, but to release the grip their actions have on your heart. What could you accomplish if you no longer carried the burden of bitterness? Forgiveness is not weakness. It's an act of strength that declares your freedom. When you forgive, you embody resilience and show that you are not defined by what happened to you, but by what you choose to become. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and share it with others who might need these great values. Let's continue this conversation and go deeper into what these values really mean. "12. Your story as a catalyst for change. What happened to you wasn't a random act of cruelty or an isolated event. It was part of a sickness so deeply entrenched that it has taken root in the very systems and structures of our society. This sickness silences voices, perpetuates oppression, and normalizes cruelty. It is a darkness that feeds on fear, shame, and silence. But here's the truth. Your story, with all its pain and resilience, is more than a personal narrative. It's a force capable of shaking the very foundations of this broken system. Have you ever considered that the wounds you carry could hold the key to someone else's healing? When you share your story, you don't just speak for yourself. You speak for countless others who have endured the same injustices but lacked the words, the courage, or the opportunity to express their pain. Your words become a mirror, reflecting the hidden wounds of others, helping them see that they are not alone. As Maya Angelou once said, "There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you." By giving voice to your experiences, you empower others to confront their own truths, to rise above the silence, and to find strength in their shared humanity. What if your courage to speak up is the very thing someone else needs to reclaim their voice? Your pain is not just yours to carry, it is a spark, capable of igniting a fire of collective healing and transformation. By telling your story, you are breaking the chains of silence that have bound so many. This isn't about seeking pity or dwelling on what was done to you. It's about using your voice as a weapon against the darkness. Every word you speak is an act of defiance against the forces that tried to keep you small, a declaration that you are reclaiming your narrative and your power. The truth will set you free, but first it will make you angry, said Gloria Steinem. Let that anger fuel a movement of resilience and awakening a spiritual wisdom that guides others toward the light. What was done to you wasn't just an act of cruelty. It was an attempt to strip you of your worth and diminish your spirit. But look at you now. You are still here, still standing, still rising. Doesn't that in itself show that their attempts failed? Your survival is not just a testament to your strength. It's a story of triumph, of turning pain into power, and of proving that resilience is the ultimate rebellion. The betrayal, the dehumanization they tried to break you. But instead, they forged something unstoppable, your strength. And that strength, born out of fire, terrifies those who tried to bring you down. When you forgive not to excuse but to free yourself, you claim the ultimate victory. Forgiveness isn't for them, it's for you. It's a statement that their hatred, fear, and actions will no longer define or confine you. To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that the prisoner was you, said Lewis B. Smedes. Through your journey, you are more than a survivor. You are a warrior, a healer, a catalyst for change. Your story, in its rawness and truth, becomes a beacon for others, illuminating a path from despair to hope, from pain to empowerment. As we close this video, let's take a moment to reflect on the profound truth that being a chosen one means transforming pain into power. Your story, your resilience, and your unbreakable spirit are not just for you. They are a light for others, still navigating their darkness. The challenges you've faced and overcome are a testament to the strength within you and a beacon for those seeking hope and healing. I encourage you to take these principles to heart and apply them to your daily life. Remember, every step forward is an act of defiance against the forces that tried to hold you back. Share your thoughts in the comments. What resonates most with your journey? How are you choosing to rise above? Your story matters, and your voice can inspire others. If this message has touched your soul, join our spiritual wisdom community by subscribing to the channel. Let's rise together, turning our struggles into strength, our pain into purpose, and our stories into movements that ignite change. Together, we are unstoppable.